Today's practice is going to be mindful thinking. As we know, the mind loves to wander into thoughts about the future and the past. What we're really training ourselves to do in mindfulness is be here now, paying attention on purpose to the present moment without judgment. Often we are distracted by the mind's storytelling, mind's thoughts, that rarely are about the here and now if we're not training it. Mindful thinking isn't about clearing the mind or getting rid of thoughts, it's just bringing awareness to them and noticing as quickly as we can when we do get distracted by them. So repeat after me. Not focus on the future or the past, trying to make each moment last. Mindful thinking's got me on task. So if we practice mindful thinking, we start noticing when we're distracted by thoughts, and we can bring awareness back to the present moment. So let's get into our mindful sit. Find a comfortable, relaxed position, sitting in a chair, on the floor, on a cushion, wherever you want to sit, and repeat after me. I've got my feet on the floor. I've got my spine in a line. I've got my hands in my lap. I've got my heart to the sky. Now allowing your eyes to close gently. And as always, we start the practice by focusing on mindful listening of the sound of the bell. Try to keep our awareness on the sound of the bell from the beginning to the end and everywhere in between. So just coming back to the present moment, wherever our mind stayed with the sound or got drifted away by thoughts or emotions or other distractions. Just noticing our whole body just sitting here. Knowing that we're here in the present moment. We have nowhere else to go. Nothing to do. Just allowing ourselves to train the mind to be present. And today we're going to train the mind by focusing on what thoughts we're having. Past, present, or future. So in this practice, put your right hand on your right knee. Put your left hand on your left knee. We're going to bring awareness of thoughts as they come up and pop into our mind. And when we notice what kind of thought it is, if it's a future thought, something about that's going to happen later today or tomorrow or next week or months from now, years from now, we'll gently press the right knee down. That's future thinking. Or if we have a thought about something that happened earlier today or yesterday or weeks ago or months ago or years ago, that's past thinking. We just gently press the left knee down. Or maybe we have a thought about something that's happening right here, right now. A sound grabs attention with a thought. We have a thought about our body, a thought about how we're feeling. We can press both knees down gently. Every time we press a knee down or both knees down, we're just going to mental note. If it's a future thought, we'll just say in our mind, future thinking, future thinking, future thinking. Or for the same on the left knee, past thinking, past thinking, past thinking. Or if it's both knees, present thinking, present thinking, present thinking. Just noticing the patterns of the mind. Just noticing if we're in the future, past, or present with our thoughts. So just allow thoughts to pop up into your mind in stillness. So I have a thought maybe of something that's going to happen after school today or later in the evening. I gently press my right knee down and I just mental note. Future thinking, future thinking, future thinking. And I gently come back into paying attention to the next thought that comes up in my mind. And as I'm sitting, I notice a thought about seeing a friend this morning and the conversation we had, and I gently press the left knee down. And in my mind, I mental note, past thinking, past thinking, past thinking. And I just sit again and wait for the next thought that pops up. No need to have thoughts or create thoughts, just allow thoughts to pop up. Maybe a sound distracts me and makes me have a thought about something that's happening right here in my body. Present thinking, present thinking, present thinking. Just training ourselves to notice what's happening in the mind. We're becoming kind of like scientists of our own mind. What kind of thoughts are we having? And do we have like 10 thoughts without realizing? So mindfulness really helps us get rid of those habits of thinking overtly about one thing too much or getting stuck on thoughts. We're just noticing what's arising without any judgment. So another 10 seconds of noticing what kind of thoughts we're having. Maybe we notice that there's a little bit less thoughts happening because we're bringing mindfulness to it. It's usually what happens. When we bring mindfulness to something, it kind of dissolves it. It might have happened a lot, but then we bring awareness, and next thing we know, it's happening less. Thoughts, emotions, physical discomforts, whatever it is. It comes and goes. So now, letting mindful thinking just go in the background, and I'm going to ring the bell. Stay with your full attention on the sound of the bell as long as you can. And then just wiggling toes and fingers, coming back into the space, letting your eyes open, and just noticing again without having to do anything. Just check in. How's the mind? How's the body? How's the heart? And just give yourself a lot of love and support. You did a great job. And hopefully you can keep this practice going throughout your day of just noticing what kind of thoughts you're having and bring it back to the present moment and live a mindful life.